What's going on, everyone? John Matrix here with another Hunt Showdown video for you guys. So in this video I wanted to make an overall and general guide to how the current state of the game is right now. I'm going to talk about what some cost-effective builds are, in my opinion what the best traits are to get to start off with, some effective ways of killing the bosses quickly and or efficiently and cost-effective, and then just some in general tips and advice about how I feel the current state of the game is and what my playstyle overall is. So with that being said, let's just get on in it. I know the majority of people out there that play Hunt Showdown don't like doing the dual boss mode. However, when it comes to gaining money, the dual boss mode is the best way to go. I'm starting off this video by showing you an endgame screen to a game I had. In this game, I managed to kill 4 hunters, 2 tier 3, a tier 2, and a tier 1, as well as finding all of the boss clues and killing and extracting all of the bosses. I did this as a solo player, and as such I was able to end the game earning 9,300 plus XP and gaining $850. When it comes to earning money, the dual boss mode is the better way to go. I say this simply because there are 2 bosses, which means there are 6 clues in total that you can gain. So if you're simply just going to farm the clues and exit, you can earn $150, as opposed to just $75 from a single boss mode. Being there are 2 bosses in the game, I also find you have a much greater potential of killing at least one boss and extracting with the bounty. Even if you decide not to extract with the bounty, you still get the bonus money for killing the boss, which is $200 for a solo player or $100 if you're playing with a partner. Let's say you're in a scenario as a solo player in a dual boss mode. You found all 6 clues, so that means you've just earned $150. You managed to find one of the boss layers and kill the boss, so you've earned $25 just for finding the boss layer. And as a solo player, you've just earned another $200 for killing the boss. If you manage to be the only one who's done damage to the boss, you've also got the clean sweep bonus, which is another $25. So let's do the math on this and total this up. $150 for finding all 6 clues, plus another $25 for finding the boss layer, and another $25 if you manage to clean sweep the boss, putting our current total up to $200. Then add another $200 for being the one that killed the boss as a solo player, which is another $200. You've now earned $400 in the game. So even if you die, you're going to come out of the game earning $400. So as long as you're cost effective with your hunter build and not spending too much money, you're always going to be earning money regardless of if you lose your hunter or not. When looking for a new recruit, I usually look first at the cheapest recruit on the list. Because everyone starts with 150 HP now, health isn't as big of a deal when looking at recruits. This recruit also comes with the perfect loadout. Comes with a Winfield compact and a machete. And being he's $89, if I die in this game, I've lost the minimal amount of money. The only time where I look for a more expensive recruit is if there is a specific set of perks that they may have that I wish to purchase. At $13, the machete is a very powerful and cost-effective tool, and in my opinion is the best overall tool for killing zombies. You can kill grunts, hives, and hellhounds with 1 light attack, and armors with 3 charged up heavy attacks. With the changes to the compact ammo and with how strong Winfields are now, combining them with the machete makes for a very cost-effective build. The machete allowing you to deal with zombies in close range, and with the Winfield allowing you to deal with hunters at any range from close to long. Alright, so now I've purchased this new recruit, got a Winfield compact, and he's got a machete. I've stripped him of any other tools that he'd come with because I don't need them. The only other things that I would bring in are a health kit and a few vid shots for survivability. You could go with as many vid shots as you want to, 1, 2, or 3. I even have potential of giving him 4, being he has the pack mule perk. But the overall idea is that you want to spend as little amount of money as possible while giving your character as much survivability as possible. Being that he is a new hunter and you just had to spend money on purchasing him, You want to try to spend as little amount of money as possible until you've regained money by going in and successfully killing the bosses, killing some players, gotten some money, gotten some bounties, and I've got some level up perks on him. So, now you've got a hunter that you've had some successful hunts with, you got some bounties, and you've been able to upgrade him with whatever traits you've wanted to. So in this character, he started with Quartermaster. I don't particularly feel like Quartermaster is a great perk to get anymore, but he started with it. I've upgraded him with Greyhound, Determination, Position, Pack Mule, and Fanning. So, because he has Fanning, I'll now switch off of the machete and just use a standard melee weapon, a knife, or you can get the dusters if you prefer the dusters. But this is another essential cost-effective loadout that I would go with. I have the Winfield Swift, Caldwell Conversion Chain Pistol with Fanning, knife, first aid kit, 3 Vit Shots, so I have a ton of survivability between the first aid kit and the Vit Shots, and I've got a frag bomb that I come in with. This is the bomb that I prefer to come in with. It's not as expensive as the dynamite bundle, but it has a good blast radius and it causes bleeding. So even if you don't kill someone outright, they're going to be bleeding if you've hit them with this. With the Winfield Swift and the Caldwell Conversion Chain Pistol, you'll come in with a lot of ammo, I believe around 50 rounds total. So you'll have lots of ammo to spare. Ammo shouldn't be a problem for you, but even so, you can get it back quite easily at any of the ammo supply stations. Being it's compact ammo, you get a lot back. Chain Pistol will allow you to burst down the bosses quickly and allow you to get people in close PvP range quickly. While also medium to long range, you can use the Winfield Swift. Any of the Winfield variants you can use in this one. If you like the scoped one, you could use the scoped one. I don't necessarily really care for the scopes in this game that much, but you could use any of the Winfields. Right now in the current game, with how strong compact ammo is and with how cost-effective the Winfields are, for the price you pay, the Winfield variations are the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. Another thing you can go for here, instead of just the Winfield Swift, you can go with the Winfield Talon and save yourself on having to buy the melee weapon. This allows you to have a heavy melee weapon in the Winfield Talon while still having a chain pistol, and saving you from having to buy a standard melee weapon. At $39, the Winfield Talon combines a standard Winfield with an axe on the stock, giving your charge-up melee attack the same power as the machete. Using the Winfield Talon gives you a heavy melee weapon while still freeing up your secondary slot, allowing you to purchase a pistol with Fanning, or if you have a Quartermaster perk, a hand cannon or any precision pistol. So I want to go over the price for the various builds that I was just talking about. And these are typically the builds that I generally use when I'm just trying to earn money, because these are the ones that I find that are the most cost effective. And I've got one right here that's on my fully decked out hunter, and then this is the typical build that I would use, as I went over earlier, for a new recruit. First, we're going to go over this guy. So I use the Winfield Talon, as that lets me have a heavy melee weapon in combination with the Winfield, so I can have a pistol here, or if I wanted to, I can add a hand cannon, but I don't like the hand cannons. Or a precision pistol if I wanted to, but I don't really see a need to have a precision pistol with the Winfield. So the best thing that I would go with is the chain pistol and Fanning, or you can go with the conversion uppercut if you want something with a little bit more power. But I would go with this, as that allows you to burn down the boss much quicker as a solo player, and in close range PvP, you can have a bit more of an advantage if you're good at controlling Fanning and PvP in close to medium range. So in total, with the Winfield Talon, Caldwell Conversion Pistol, First Aid Kit, 3 Vit Shots, and this Frag Bomb, this gear in total costs $232. So, with that scenario that I had laid out earlier in the video of being a solo player in a dual boss mode, finding all 6 clues, finding one of the boss layers and killing one of the bosses and then dying, earning $400, I have now earned more money than is needed for this build right here. So I could go in a game, die with this hunter, and have still earned money. And being that this new recruit was $89, even though, let's say I had again went in with this hunter, lost this hunter and lost all of this gear, I'd still earn enough money to buy this hunter and still make money in general. So this is why I recommend doing the dual boss mode, because you have the greater potential to earn more money, and if you're cost effective with your builds, you will always gain money. So with this new hunter, as I said, let's say we're going in with a new hunter now. Winfield Compact, this is $15. Machete is $13. This is $28 in total right here. If you want to, you can go in with no meds. If you want to go in your first round, I often do this, going in my first round with a new recruit with no meds until I've gotten some traits on them to make them more effective. I oftentimes don't go in with any consumables, any meds, just in case I lose them, just to be as cost effective as possible when trying to earn money. Being I have so much money now, though, money's not really much of an object. So with the new recruit, I would buy first aid kit and some bit shots and maybe a stamina shot to use to melee down the butcher. But in total, were I to not go in with this first aid kit, I would only be spending $28 minus the fee of recruiting this hunter. However, this hunter at $89 came with the Winfield Compact and Machete, so I did not have to spend any more money on gearing him up as far as weapons go. So what I want to go over now is what I feel are the most important traits. Two of the traits I feel are absolutely necessary to get right off the bat, and those are the ones that give you more stamina. And then from there, the traits that I find to be most useful. And after that, it's essentially how you feel like you want to build your character. So let's just go ahead and look at the traits. And Determination, which stamina recovery starts sooner for 2 upgrade points. And Greyhound, sprint at full speed for a longer duration at 3 upgrade points. These are the two essential traits, in my opinion. These are the first 2 traits that I always get. These 2 traits allow you to be much more mobile. You can run further without losing stamina. It allows you to chase people down that don't have these perks much easier. Or it allows you to gain distance against other people trying to chase you down if they don't have these perks. Or if they do have those perks, you can still stay at a steady pace. Now, after you get these 2 traits, which you don't have to, but in my opinion, I feel like these are essential. After you get these 2 traits, the next trait I would go after would probably be Fanning. But if not Fanning, then I would definitely go for Physician, as it reduces the time needed to bandage. I feel like this is another essential trait, as it's only 2 upgrade points, and you can use it makes the medkit more efficient. And combining that with Doctor, which is expensive at 8 upgrade points, but it lets you restore 2 health chunks per bandage. So per charge of... There's 3 charges in the medkit, and per charge you can restore 2 health chunks. So combining Physician with Doctor makes your medkit much more valuable. You get much more efficiency out of it, and you get much more value out of it. So, first 2 traits again, Determination and Greyhound. Second ones I try to get are Doctor and Physician. After that, Fanning is the only other one right now I feel that is pretty important to get. Actually, where is it? Fanning and yeah, this one, Slavskin. Health chunks damaged by fire heal faster. This is another good one to get because it's only 2, and any kind of health that's been burnt away from fire will heal much quicker. So definitely want to get that as well if you can. So again, in order that I would get Determination, Greyhound, Physician. If you don't have enough points after Physician to get Doctor, go ahead and grab Fanning. If you can grab Fanning, or grab Doctor, then I would get Fanning, and then Slavskin. After that, it's pretty much up to you how you want to build your character. If you're going with shotguns, maybe you want to get Bullet Grabber, or the perk that lets you stay sighted in when you're shooting a shotgun. If you like using the scopes, you know, get any of the perks that lets you stay down sight with any of the scopes, etc., etc. After that, it's pretty much how you want to. In my opinion, also Pack Mule. I did mention Pack Mule, but Pack Mule is another important one to get. This gives you 1 extra consumable at 1 upgrade point, I believe is how much this one costs. It allows you to have 1 more consumable, so you can have an extra vid shot or an extra grenade. That's also an important one. One that I don't think is the 2 that I don't think are very worth getting. Frontiersman's really not worth getting. Beyond having a knife or duster, and basically the only tools that I ever really get are a knife or a duster, a med kit, and potentially a spyglass if I want to be able to, you know, scout out an area that I'm coming into from a safer distance. Maybe some fuses as well to, you know, use to throw at barrels and get them to blow up without having to use any ammo. Or if there's, you know, a zombie that's weakened and I want to just use a fuse, or if it's a night map, you know, and I want to throw some fuses behind someone so I can see their shadow and give away the position a little bit better. But in general, a melee weapon and a med kit is pretty much the only thing you need for tools. So Frontiersman's really not worth it. It's only one upgrade point, but still kind of not really worth using that in my opinion. Quartermaster is also the other one that I really don't feel is worth using right now. You could potentially, you know, if you wanted to use, you had a quartermaster, you could use one of the shotguns, one of the full barrel shotguns, either the Spectre or the double barrel or the Crown King if you wanted to, and a precision pistol like the Dolch or the Nagant Deadeye. However, with how powerful the Winfield is right now, I just don't feel like quartermaster is really worth picking up to use any of the precision pistols. And the hand cannons aren't really worth it in general right now either, in my opinion. They don't really do enough damage at the range that they have. You pretty much have to have the barrel down someone's throat in order to do the full damage with the hand cannons. So, in my opinion, I just don't feel like Quartermaster is a trait that's worth picking up. But beyond the traits that I stated, again, I'll go over them real quick. Determination and Greyhound I feel are the most important. Then Physician and Doctor. Then Fanning and Slopskin. Beyond those, and Pack Mule. Beyond those, you can pretty much just customize your character however you want to. So I want to talk about the effective ways of killing bosses. And this is kind of split into two categories. One category is cost-effective ways to kill the boss. And then the other way is essentially how quickly you can burn the boss down. Spider's the first boss I'm going to talk about. Because of how agile the spider is, it can be pretty difficult to lock him down as a solo player. From my experience as a solo player, I haven't been able to find any real cost-efficient ways of being able to burn the spider down quickly. The fastest ways that I've been able to find to burn down the spider are by using the Dynamite Bundle or the Nitro Express. The Dynamite Bundle is only $80 and does extreme damage to the spider. However, if you throw the grenade and you miss, you've now wasted $80 and any damage potential against the spider. The Nitro Express is another way of burning down the spider quickly, however, it is $785. That being said, you can kill the spider in close range in 2 to 3 bullets. Meleeing the spider is a potential option to do a lot of damage quickly, however, because of how agile it is and because of how often it moves, it is hard to lock down. For the spider overall, when it comes down to it, the best way to kill him is just burn him down as quickly as possible with whatever tools you have. The Butcher, on the other hand, because of his slower movement and because his main damage is melee based, so he has to come at you and attack you, is much easier to lock down and kill. Fanning with the Caldwell chain pistol is a great way to burn down the boss quickly. The main downside to fanning is if you're rapid firing too quickly, the bullet spread will become so great and you have potential to miss. Also, it seems that there are certain animation frames when the Butcher goes down where he doesn't take any damage, and there's still a potential of some desync on the servers that can keep damage from registering properly. The only other downside that I've seen to the chain pistol with fanning is its extreme reload time when you've emptied the gun. One other thing to keep in mind when using the chain pistol with fanning and shooting it in rapid succession is that you'll be giving away your position and making a lot of noise. And you will also be indicating to other hunters around the map that you are either in a PvP battle or that you're fighting the boss, and will likely come to your position to find out what's going on. The Dolch is another effective weapon that can be used to burn down the bosses. It's a little more on the expensive side at $490, but due to its high close range damage and spammability, you can burn down both the spider and the Butcher quite quickly. Both the Concertina Bomb and the Poison Grenade at $15 each are very cost-effective tools for killing the Butcher quickly. Both are very strong individually, but are even deadlier when used in combination with each other. The The overall most effective way for killing the butcher, in my opinion, is to use a stamina shot in combination with the machete or the cavalry saber. This method of killing the butcher is a little riskier as you will take damage. However, if done correctly, you will lock down the butcher and kill him extremely quickly. This is also the quietest overall method, as the only noise that will be made is from the butcher. So unless other hunters are in close vicinity, it will not alert anyone that you are in fact doing the boss. And any damage taken will be healed back once you banish the butcher. So I've gone over what in my opinion are the best ways to get money, but what about XP? In general, the overall best way to gain XP is to simply play the game. Go for the objective, kill any zombies you find along the way, and kill any other hunters along the way. If you really feel you need to, you can simply farm the AI zombies and avoid all other players and gain XP that way. However, this method is very long and very tedious, as you don't gain a whole lot of XP from just killing zombies. However, if you feel you need to get some traits up before you want to PvP, and that's how you want to do it, then the best overall advice I could give you is, as soon as the game starts, find a spot to hide in. Give yourself a minute or two and let all the other players get inland as they're looking for clues. Find where the nearest extraction is to you, and then simply skirt the edge of the map and kill whatever zombies you find on the way to that extraction. And then simply rinse and repeat. It's not a very effective way of gaining XP, but it is a safe way of gaining XP, as you're avoiding any of the other players and you're killing zombies on the way, gaining XP. The two best ways to gain XP overall, though, are to complete the objective and to hunt down and kill other players. In the example at the beginning of the video, I had a game where I ended up coming out with over 9,000 XP. In that particular game, there were only two other teams and me, two duo teams and myself. I killed both of them. There was two tier 3 hunters, a tier 1 hunter, and a tier 2 hunter. Tier 1 hunters get you 100 XP, tier 2 hunters get you 500 XP, and tier 3 hunters get you 1,000 XP apiece. All of that combined with killing the bosses and extracting the bosses and banishing the bosses, I ended up getting out of a game with 9,330 XP in total, and I lived. There's no way you're going to be able to gain that kind of XP just running around killing zombies and extracting. So the best advice I can give you for farming XP is to simply play the game. And don't worry about dying so much and losing your character. With the current state of the game and with the tips I've given you for earning money, once you have a decent amount of money stored up, it's really not that big of a deal losing your character. The only thing you've really lost is the time that you've taken to upgrade the traits on the character itself. And in general, if you've had a decent round, we've killed a few people, you've managed to kill the boss, whether you've extracted with the bounty or not, you've still gained XP and you've still gained money, and you should have gained enough upgrade points to get the essential traits that I went over in this video. So typically, in one game, you can get your hunter back up to where you really need him to be effective. Personally, when I play the game, I find that going super sneaky really isn't worth it in general. The only time it really ever pays off to try to be stealthy is near the boss arena, as typically that's where most people sit and camp. But when you're out in the open of the map, simply just react to whatever happens to you. If you happen to be going by and you get into an engagement, just react to it naturally. The only way to get better at the game is to fight other people, and the only way to fight other people is to either seek them out or make noise and have them come to you. And overall, in the current state of the game, fighting other people is the best way to gain XP. You get 1,000 XP for killing a tier 3 hunter. So even if you manage to kill one tier 3 hunter and then die and lose your character, you've gained 1,000 XP. Well, technically 500 XP because it's cut in half because you died. But you'll earn that XP plus whatever you got from killing various zombies along the way. The overall point that I'm trying to make here is that if you're smart and you're cost effective with your builds and your characters, and you play the game the way it's supposed to be played, and you kill a few people, or if you manage to kill the boss, and whether you extract with the boss or not, you're going to be progressing no matter what. As I've stated in a previous video, what used to be the problem with Hunt Showdown was that the risk to reward ratio was out of balance and it was too risky for the reward you've got. But as the state of the game is right now, it's a little bit more balanced. There's more reward for going out and fighting. There's more reward for actually going and killing the boss. With how much money you earn as a solo now for killing the boss, you don't even have to extract. You get $200 now for killing the boss as a solo. Or if you're with a partner and you're in a duo team, you get $100 a piece for killing the boss. You don't even have to extract anymore. And it's worth doing the boss now because any damage you've taken throughout the game, it gets healed back. So the point I'm trying to make is the best way to earn XP in the game and the best way to progress in the game is to simply play the game. Go out, hunt people down, find them, kill them, go do the objective, kill the boss, extract or don't extract, and you're going to be progressing. Even if you die, you're going to earn money, you're going to earn XP, you're going to progress further along in the game, and eventually you'll get to the point where money's not going to be that big of a deal, and losing your hunters really won't be that big of a deal. It's all just going to be about the traits that you've built up on your hunter and how long it's going to take you to get those traits back. Alright, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I apologize for taking so long to get another guide video out. I've actually been working on this one for quite a long time. I'd started this video back before they recently put out the content patch, and I actually had to start it over because the content patch added and changed a bunch of things. But I hope in general that you guys have learned something from this video. I hope it helps you out. Hope it helps you get some more money, and just in general helps you feel a little bit more comfortable with playing the game. If you enjoyed the video, if you liked it, feel free to like the video. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to for some more Hunt Showdown content and some other content. I play a variety of games, but Hunt Showdown is the main overall game that I'm putting content out for on this channel. But yeah, feel free to like and subscribe. Feel free to use the comment section down below to comment on anything. If you have any other tips or tricks that you want to share in the comment section about how you feel the current state of the game is, and what other cost-effective things you like to use for your builds or traits or ways to kill the boss, feel free to use the comment section down below for that. Other than that, you can follow me on Twitter over at JohnMatrix69. And if you guys want to, you can catch me out when I live stream over at twitch.tv/JohnMatrix69. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video, guys. As always, I really appreciate all the support. Really love you guys. Love the community that we've got going on here. If you would like to, feel free to join the Discord server. We've got a community Discord server set up that's open to everyone. The link for that's going to be down below in the info section, and the links to all my stuff is going to be down below in the info section. Links to my Twitter, my Twitch, Discord, and my Patreon. So feel free to check all that stuff out. And again, thank you guys very much for all the support. Love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.